would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. And the Ducks will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will have the football first. These guys have a pass-catch combination as good as any in the country. David, they always seem to be in sync.
Yeah, if that guy out wide is covered, he's open. And if you've got a great quarterback like this, too, it just all works hand in hand. He's looking for him. He's going to force-feed him. He's got that kind of arm talent. So a duo that is really hard to stop.
Yeah, and I think what's special about these...
There he goes! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Got a man. It's Winfield. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
To the air on first down. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Tackled there by the defense.
Hey, listen, I'm going to look across the board if I'm a quarterback, and I'm going to find my matchups, and I got man-to-man, and I got a corner route. I throw that thing towards the sideline, let my receiver do the rest, and he does. Goes up and catches the football while he's being guarded and contested. That's a tough kick.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete in Big Ten play. They've had some bounce.
Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Grabbed behind the line. It's low. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways. just a few yards to go. The pitch. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Moore will throw. Finds his man in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Casper. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Using his legs, it's Hill. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. They get him down with this offensive setup. 1st and goal from the 9. The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Ducks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and is paying dividends now in the game.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Finds his man. It's Barney. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here's the handoff. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Winfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback moving. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Cornhuskers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll bring it out. It's rigged. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in the middle.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Ducks send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, hitting them deep in their own territory. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll give it to Johnson. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. With the catch, it's Johnson. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Forced out of the pocket. Fires on the move. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Right on the money.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
From the gun on third down. grab near the marker. It's Winfield. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Pulls it in. It's Barney. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Huskers in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Barney. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Johnson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Cornhuskers trying to cash it in on first and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Fitted in the window for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We're just about ready to start the second half. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on first and 10. Plows through the defense. He'll toss it. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to impose their will with the run. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Ready to fire from the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore to the air. Working that left side now. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Moore. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at it, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Power football with the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. No huddle here for the offense.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Got it in the middle. It's Green. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll run it again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Muscling ahead on third and short. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon! Looking for the tie with the extra point. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You gotta love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now. And you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're...
Oh, it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. First play of the drive wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks can really attack on this second and short. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. A strike downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Snapped it in the shotgun. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Harrell. Makes the catch, it's Hunter. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it up.
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Right back to the well. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 40 on first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. After run, now throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. check down would be the last resort. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Going right to work up top. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Moore will throw. Quick strike complete. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. Let's see what they do on third down. Motion from the back. Third down play from the gun. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Firing to the right, complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
The Ducks come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Off the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got the first down, looking for more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And they get the completion and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock. But what's really important now is his 4th down. And that made it more manageable, but obviously the clock is not as important as making sure you get this 4th down conversion.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive.
There he goes. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Husker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
That's caught. It's low. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The short hands, it's low. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moore to the air. Rushes on him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. To the air on second down. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Wants to throw on third down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The handoff to Johnson. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. On the move at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
This crowd even louder now on second down as they try to hold on. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
You ain't ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Sends it back in motion. Moore will throw. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to you.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Makes the grab, ready for the first down. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Gotta find a completion on this one. He's got his man across the middle. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams. That's a reason.